Today my guest is Doctrine Military Research Center head Jasur Sumerenli. His organization prepared a report about the losses in the Azerbaijan armed forces from 2003 to 2011. What is the essence of the report? Let's begin from 2011. What can you say about the losses within past 2 months? The monitoring held by our organization said that there has been 22 losses in 2011. There were also 14 military servants who were injured. Among them, 3 were killed by enemies, specifically Armenians, and the causes of the deaths of another 19 were different, including the diseases. There was one unknown, and also there were one which was killed during a traffic car accident, and 9 were killed as a result of non-charter acts. Another one committed suicide. So, of the 22 killed military servants, 1 belonged to State Border Service, 1 to Interior Troops, and 20 were the soldiers of Azerbaijani Defense Ministry. And our investigation shows that the number of losses in 2 months of 2011 is by 30% higher than the same period in previous years. And unfortunately, the rise is most attributed to the intensification of non-charter relations. What can you say about the losses in 2010? It was a complicated year. Sometimes the ministries dismissed the reports about the deaths, and therefore, for example, our preliminary report suggested that the number of losses were higher than 80, but according to the reports published in print media and approved by the state, say that the number of losses in 2010 was 71, and the number of the wounded is the same, 71. 17 of them were killed in the battles by Armenians, and 54 were killed. I mean that this was not related to fight or enemies. In this report, you compared the period between 2003 and 2006 to the period between 2007 and 2010. How was the comparison? What about the results? I must say that we began our research from 2003, and every year we record the losses. Within the past 8 years, our monitoring shows that the number of losses within the past 8 years is 465. I must say that unfortunately, about 70% of the losses is attributed to non-battle, non-fight acts, and it's worth noting that there were among them those who were killed in traffic accidents and from diseases, and some committed suicide, and also as a result of non-charter treatment. And the number of the wounded persons within the past 8 years is 371. So we divided the period into 2 periods, including the period from 2003 to 6 as the first period, and from 2007 to 10 as the second phase. You know why we did this comparison? Because in 2007 the officials claimed that Azerbaijan's army transited to NATO standards in 2007 January. That's why we divided the period into 2 phases. Unfortunately, I must say that the comparison shows that there was a rise in the second phase. In the first phase there were 33 losses which were attributed to non-charter treatment, but in the second phase it was by 2 times higher. The monitoring allows to say that the soldiers' treatment with arms, soldiers' skills how to treat with arm has been improved, because the blast explosion as a result of soldiers' mistakes has been reduced. But however, the number of suicides and non-charter relations went up. What can you say about it? Now I was first speak about the treatment with arms. We include it in the non-charter relations because the number there has not been decrease in the number of deaths as a result of wrongful treatment with arms. I must say, or ammunition. I must say there has been rise, but there has been indeed decrease in the number of occasional mine blasts. But the rise in the number of suicides, non-charter relations, allows to say that the social welfare measures are not sufficient, are not successful in the army. Thank you for coming to our studio. Today our guest was Doctrine Military Research Center, Jasur Sumerenli.